A life for a life. John was only 15 when he watched his parents bleed out on the cold ground. The gunshots had echoed through the narrow streets, their final cries swallowed by the silence that followed. He knelt beside them, trembling, pressing his hands against their wounds, begging them to hold on. But there were no doctors, no hospitals nearby, no one to save them. And so, they died. Most would have been consumed by rage. Most would have taken up a gun and sought vengeance. But John, he chose a scalpel instead. He vowed that no one else in his community would die like his parents had helpless, alone, without hope. Years passed. John became a doctor. Not just any doctor, but the best in the region. People spoke his name with reverence. He had saved lives, changed futures, and given hope where there once was none. He had become everything his parents would have wanted. Then came the day that shattered him. He was packing his bags for a long overdue vacation when the hospital phone rang. An emergency. An ambulance driver critically injured in a crash needed immediate surgery. Every second counted. John abandoned his plans and rushed to the hospital. He pushed through the doors of the operating room, ready to do what he had done 1,000 times before. Then he froze. The patient, blooded, broken, gasping, was him. The man who had murdered his parents. The one who had torn his world apart. John's breath hitched. The room seemed to close in. He could still see the past playing in front of his eyes, the gunfire, the screams, his parents slipping away as he held them. And now, here lay the man responsible, unconscious, and at his mercy. But there was something different. The criminal, the killer, was now an ambulance driver. He had spent years saving lives instead of taking them. Could a man like him really change? Did he deserve another chance? John's hands trembled. The scalpel felt heavier than it ever had before. For years, he had believed in saving lives, every life. But this wasn't just any patient. This was the moment fate had placed in front of him. Revenge or redemption. With the operating team staring at him, waiting for orders, John knew he had only seconds to decide. What would you have done if you were Dr. John walk away or save his life?
If you enjoyed the story, subscribe, like, and turn on notification for more on the Medical Frontline Chronicles.